Hey guys, it's Rosie or Top of Bricks here with another video. In today's video we're going to be going through LEGO Harry Potter sets which I personally don't want LEGO to make again in 2022. So the LEGO Harry Potter theme has just had a 20th anniversary, and prior to that it had gone through movies 1 to 6 with standard retail sets, and we got LEGO sets such as the Hogwarts Express, Quidditch Match and Hagrid's Hut. Now, considering that LEGO have no intention to make Deathly Hallows sets due to it being too dark, what becomes a likely scenario in 2022 is a full-on reboot of the series with remakes of sets we have gotten in 2018, 19 and 20. And some sets I'd welcome a remake, as I think they could now do a better job, but some sets I wouldn't, and that's what we're going to cover today. So the first set which doesn't need a remake in my opinion is set number 75957, the Night Bus. So this set came out in 2019 for a retail price of £35 or $40. It came with over 400 pieces and 3 minifigures, 2 of them being unique to this set. Now personally, this is one of my favourite LEGO Harry Potter sets, and that's exactly why I wouldn't see the point in a remake. The set is nearly perfect with only minor perfections they could make, so I would see this as a wasted spot if it was remade so soon, considering there's so many scenes from the Harry Potter films which LEGO has thus far failed to convert into LEGO sets. The next set I wouldn't like to see being remade for totally the opposite reason to the Night Bus is any of the Hogwarts Moments books. Now I know we are getting another one in January of 2020, but to me this isn't really something I'm particularly looking forward to. I think on paper it makes sense to have a cheapest set which can be portrayed as both a classroom and a book. It's a really neat idea, but I think at this point it's overdone. The one coming in 2022 will be the 5th Hogwarts Moments book, and I just hope that LEGO would instead swap this out for a cheap playset or something at this point, as the Hogwarts Moments books feel like a luxury minifigure pack, as I think most people are picking up these sets for the 3 unique minifigures they come with. Next upon this list we have the Buildable Figures which I saw in 2021. Now this I do have mixed opinions on. On one hand I want a Ron Buildable Figures to complete the trio, as we only have a Harry and Hermione for some reason, but at the same time I don't want these to become like the Hogwarts Moments books and be a regular occurrence. I think they're a cool concept, and even though they have flaws which I covered in my review of them, my issue with them is just that fundamentally they don't appeal to me as a concept. So if we got a Ron Buildable figure as a single pack for half the price as the double pack which we got this summer, I'm down for it. But if we started to get other characters such as Neville and Fred and George etc, then I wouldn't really be a fan of that decision from LEGO. For our next selection we have set number 75968, number 4 Privet Drive. So I wouldn't want this set to be remade, as I think the version we got in the summer of 2020 was the perfect size and just generally a really neat set. I'd rather sets such as the Hungarian Horntail get remade instead of 4 Privet Drive, as I don't really have any complaints with this set. The minifigures are great, the interior is really cool and it has great play features. Also the forward anglia we get is top notch, and I don't know how I would improve it. Some sets just don't need remakes, especially only a couple years after its release, and this is a perfect example of that. Next up we have sets 75979 and 76394. So these sets were released in 2020 and 2021 respectively, and they both retail for the same price at £35 or $40. Both sets are fundamentally the same type of set, with one being Hedwig and the other being Fawkes. So I do like these sets. I think they make appropriate desk pieces for a little amount of money, and they're a set which naturally attracts more to casual audiences, especially the adults. You don't have to be a LEGO fan to enjoy a Hedwig model on your desk for a small amount of money. You would just have to be a Harry Potter fan to fully enjoy the set, and you can't say that about too many sets nowadays. With these sets, I wouldn't want them to be made a third time into a Pigwidgeon or an Errol for example, as I think twice is enough. You don't need any more, and I'd rather LEGO use a bit more imagination and come up with something new, rather than give us a third variant, though I'm pretty sure they won't do that anyway. And finally, for the last set on this list we have set number 75980, the Attack on the Burrow. I have said in previous videos that this is one of the best LEGO Harry Potter sets of all time, and that of course is the main reason why it doesn't need to be remade in my opinion. The model shows what LEGO are truly capable of. The way they have slanted the building while keeping itself sturdy enough for play is super impressive, and also the way that they have captured every single colour and scattered them throughout the model is perfection. They really made it look natural, and that's a sign of a really talented LEGO designer. The only niggle I have with this set is that I wish the minifigures had a bit more printing on their components, especially with Bellatrix Lestrange and her lack of leg printing, but yeah, this set for sure doesn't need any sort of remake going into 2020. And that about wraps up this video. If you enjoyed it and want to see more content like this, then don't forget to subscribe and you'll be entered in for a chance to win my channel logo as a Lego mock sent to you for free. I've been Rosie or Topper Bricks, see you next time.